What if I told you that many of the strangest car problems, rough idle, random warning lights, jerky transmission shifts, or even poor fuel economy aren't broken parts at all, but simply your car's computer running on bad memory? That's right. A simple ECU reset often fixes issues that would otherwise send you to the mechanic, costing hundreds in diagnostics and unnecessary repairs. And here's the kicker. Dealerships know this, but they won't always tell you because they'd rather bill you $200 for labor than let you do it yourself in 5 minutes. Stick with me because today I'll reveal how an ECU reset works, when to use it, when not to use it, and why this one trick can make your car feel like new again. Why an ECU reset fixes strange problems. 1. The ECU learns your driving habits, for better or worse. Modern ECUs are adaptive. They track throttle input, fuel trims, idle speed, and even how you shift gears. Over time, this helps optimize performance and fuel economy. The problem: if you've changed parts, like sensors, injectors, or the battery, the ECU may still run on outdated data. It can think. The car is still struggling with old problems, causing rough idle, hesitation, or poor mileage. Expert Insight, Honda, Toyota, and GM technical bulletins all mention ECU adaptation as a source of strange drivability issues and recommend resets after major repairs. 2. When sensors send mixed signals. Sometimes your car doesn't have a bad sensor. It just misinterprets data. For example, if your oxygen sensor or mass airflow sensor was dirty and recently cleaned, the ECU may still believe it's dirty until you reset it. What drivers usually do wrong: they replace expensive sensors unnecessarily, when a reset would have cleared the confusion. Psychological push. Would you rather spend $300 on a sensor you didn't need, or 5 minutes resetting your ECU for free? 3. Battery disconnect reset, the old school trick. The simplest way to reset an ECU is to disconnect the battery. How it works: remove the negative cable. Leave it off for 15 to 30 minutes. Some pros even recommend pressing the brake pedal to drain residual power. Reconnect, and the ECU starts fresh. Why it works: this clears adaptive memory, fuel trims, idle speed, and sometimes transmission shift logic. Expert caution: while simple, this may also reset radio codes, clock settings, and seat memories. For luxury cars, you might need to reinitialize windows or sunroofs. Always check your owner's manual first. Curiosity loop. And here's the thing: disconnecting the battery works, but it's not the only reset method. In fact, some modern cars require a different approach, or you could make the problem worse. I'll explain that next. 4. The OBD2 scanner reset, the smarter way. For vehicles built after 1996, an OBD2 scanner can perform targeted resets. What it does: clears error codes, resets fuel trim adaptations, relearns throttle position and idle speed. Why it's better: unlike battery disconnects, scanners can selectively clear data without wiping out everything, like stereo or seat settings. Expert tip: even a $40 to $60 consumer-grade scanner can perform these resets. Professional shops use higher-end tools, but for basic ECU memory clearing, affordable scanners work just fine. Engagement hook. Do you own a scanner, or do you still rely on the mechanic every time your check engine light comes on? Drop a comment below. I want to know how many DIYers we've got watching. 5th, transmission adaptation resets. This is where things get interesting. Many modern vehicles, especially from BMW, Mercedes, and Ford, have adaptive transmissions. They learn your driving style to adjust shift points. The problem: if you drive gently for months, then suddenly start driving aggressively, the transmission may lag. Or after replacing fluid, it may shift rough until relearned. The fix: many ECUs allow a transmission adaptation reset through the scanner. This wipes the old shift logic, forcing the car to relearn based on fresh data. Expert Insight. BMW service bulletins specifically recommend transmission resets after fluid changes or shift-related repairs. Curiosity loop. And here's a little-known secret: resets aren't just for fixing problems. Some drivers use them to deliberately train their cars for better performance. I'll reveal how in part 2. 6. Clearing stubborn check engine lights. One of the most frustrating things for drivers is fixing a problem. Say, replacing a faulty oxygen sensor, only to have the check engine light stay on. Why this happens? The ECU often keeps pending codes or freeze frame data stored even after the physical issue is resolved. Until you reset it, the system may keep flagging the issue. The fix: use an OBD2 scanner to clear the code. Drive through a readiness cycle so the ECU confirms the system is working. If the light returns, then it's a genuine remaining issue. Expert note: resetting clears the light, but it also resets emissions readiness. If you have an inspection coming up, drive at least 50 to 100 miles first. 7. Throttle body and idle relearns. Modern cars with electronic throttle bodies sometimes struggle with idle after cleaning or replacing the throttle body. The problem: the ECU's memory doesn't match the new or cleaned part, so it overcompensates. The fix: many cars require an idle relearn procedure after reset. This usually involves starting the car, letting it idle for a set time, then driving gently through a range of conditions. Expert insight: Nissan, Honda, and Hyundai are notorious for rough idles after battery disconnects, unless you follow the relearn sequence. Psychological push: skip this step, and you'll think your throttle is broken when all it needed was a 5-minute relearn. 8. When not to reset your ECU. This is just as important as knowing when to reset. Don't reset if you're trying to sell the car and hide problems. ECUs keep a log of resets. Your car is under warranty and showing repeat issues. Manufacturers need those codes for proper warranty claims. You haven't actually fixed the underlying issue. A reset clears symptoms, but if the root problem remains, it will return quickly. Expert tip: mechanics can see how long ago codes were cleared. If you reset too often, it looks suspicious and can even complicate diagnostics. 9. Advanced resets dealerships use. Here's where things get interesting. Dealership-level tools can reset more than just the ECU. Some examples: adaptive steering resets for cars with electronic power steering. ABS traction control resets after brake jobs. Battery management resets for modern vehicles with smart alternators. Why it matters: if you replace a battery in a BMW, Mercedes, or even newer Fords, you need to register it with the ECU. Otherwise, the alternator may overcharge or undercharge it, shortening lifespan. Curiosity loop: this is one of the reasons dealership resets cost so much. They're not just clearing codes, they're syncing multiple systems. 10. Using ECU resets as performance hacks. Here's a little known trick. Some drivers intentionally reset their ECU after major fuel or intake upgrades. Why? Because the ECU resets its fuel trims and ignition timing tables, learning to optimize for higher octane fuel, new intakes, or performance mods. Expert caution: this only works if the car is mechanically sound and the modifications are compatible. If not, the ECU may struggle and cause knock or poor drivability. Psychological push: think of it like giving your car a clean slate to perform at its best, but only if you've given it the right tools, clean sensors, quality fuel, and proper maintenance. Bonus tip: the reset most people forget. Here's the insider secret: after resetting your ECU, always perform a battery and ground check. Why? Low voltage or poor grounds mimic ECU failure. If your alternator or battery is weak, the ECU constantly resets itself, leading to random warning lights and strange behavior. Many times what looks like a computer problem is just a bad connection. Veteran mechanics always check charging voltage and ground straps before declaring an ECU bad. This 2-minute step can save you thousands in unnecessary ECU replacements. So let's recap. Strange car problems, hesitation, warning lights, rough idle, bad mileage are often not broken parts, but your ECU running on bad memory. Battery disconnects reset adaptive memory. OBD2 scanners clear codes and perform relearns. Transmission, throttle, and idle resets restore smooth performance. Advanced resets sync systems like ABS, steering, and battery management. And remember, the reset most people forget: always check your battery and grounds. Now I want to hear from you. Have you ever reset your ECU and seen your car magically fix itself? Or have you done it and the problem came right back? Drop your story in the comments, because it might help another driver avoid wasting money at the shop.